Hello, and welcome again to Things Your Mama Never Told You. I am Dawn. So, I'm doing another one of these little sidebar things because something came across my desk. My lovely cousin slash producer slash millennial of all time um, gave me, well, he sent me a video of another YouTuber. His name is Kevin Samuels. So, he's an expert on women and why women are still single. So, he says that um, after the age of 30, well, you're in the danger zone between the ages of 27 and 31. Danger zone? I mean, I thought that I was in the prime of my life between the ages of 27 and 31. And he says that, well, women, especially African American women, who get married later on in life, they were too busy chasing career and chasing their education, chasing career, and then they realize, oh shit, I didn't get married.
Okay. You're an older woman for the marriage market, and you're more impervious to change, and now the sense of urgency is at a height. It's like all of a sudden, you've been sleepwalking through life, and now all of a sudden, you want to find a husband like next week. But you have not been, let's say you're 33, but the last 10 years of your life has not been spent being prepared to be a wife. Now, how do we? Let me just break it in like this. There are a lot of. I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Okay. Let's do it this way. All right. Well, I'm going to play a clip. We're going to get into it. I'm going to open the call line because this is not a bad session. Talk to the women who are in this danger zone kind of area, and let's see if you can either be like Maverick and turn it around, or whether you're going to be like Goose. In Top Gun, if you didn't make it, they called it washing out. How many women in the danger zone are going to wash out?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What do you have for me?
So I do think that we, as a people, like to change. Although I think that as a whole, we probably have issues with confronting being different from the crowd. And when you start to change...
Meaning what? What do you mean, different from the crowd?
I think I just kind of found that most of the time when you're wanting to change, you're usually inspired by your direct surroundings.
Okay.
Which means you're looking around at people and you're saying, I don't want to be like you. I want to be different from what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing. And so if we were changing to kind of join the crowd, it'd be a lot easier. But oftentimes we're kind of moving away from things that we know that we're used to. And so I think that there's just some insecurity in, am I doing the right thing? There's a lot of people who are going to tell you that you're not. And you're kind of on your own until you find your new group, and then you realize, oh, okay, I'm in my lane.
So how's that working? How old are you?
I'm 33.
So, perfect spot, 27 to 35. I call it the danger zone. The danger zone. The danger zone. It's the age where a lot of college-educated and or working independent career women start to realize, I don't have a husband yet, and it's not working, and there's a pattern. I have a video called Over 30, Attractive, and Single AF. Similar thing, talking about the higher up a woman goes, the more money she makes, the more degrees, these kind of things, the more difficult it becomes to find a a man on her level. Now, over here, guys are already raising their hand saying, we want to be in the top 10% of men. There's no dust over here. So you can't use that argument like everybody else. I don't deal with average over here. I deal with guys who want to be above average. And I want you to hear what so many women in the danger zone. Imagine if you were a man between 27 and 35 and you had to go through these kind of, just listen.
I agree.
The danger zone. It's the years between before 35, which is where high risk pregnancy starts. Are you married or have you been married?
No.
Not
yet.
Do you want to be married?
Yes.
Are you in a serious relationship now?
No, I'm newly single. I'm like 6 months out.
Okay. And how long was your previous relationship?
About 4 years.
Oh.
And he was about 10 years older.
Okay. Put on a pot of coffee. Let's go to work.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me. I'm curious. I'm really curious. Okay, you were with a guy that was 10 years older for 4 years.
Yeah.
You can't know what you did not know at the beginning. Oh, come on. You know what? Let's do it this way.
Skip that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Build it while we fly it, baby. Build it while we fly it. Can't know what you did not know then. We having internet problems over there. It's rainy out here, guys, so. When you started?
I was boyfriend minded, which sounds kind of weird, but keep
No,
in mind I
doesn't.
was kind of young.
No, it
Okay, I was set on finding a relationship. I felt that'd be the first step,
Right.
and you know, I had to kind of get that out the way, get somebody who wasn't going to be like a toxic person.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw a lot of people who were coming in and out of relationships and they were so damaged. It takes years to bounce back and lose the weight and all that
But
stuff.
you went to college, though, right?
No,
Okay.
I stopped halfway through.
Okay.
So I have an AA and I stopped halfway through. I'm a realtor.
You're a realtor. So you've been in your career for how
Los
long?
Angeles.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
Congratulations.
brand new realtor. Just since.
Again, I want you guys to listen just to. This woman's 33. And just the. Oh, look at it! I mean, it's like, really?
It's January.
Okay, so what I'm trying to see is if, like in corporate America,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I noticed after college is all of the white people, the non-black people started to get married from 23 to 27. They were going to weddings. I mean, it was ridiculous. In the office I worked in, one woman went to 7 weddings in one season. 7.
Right.
And that's what always a bridesmaid, never a
Bride.
bride. Now, I want to pause here. How many black women know you worked in an office environment where you've seen, when it's spring and summer, you've seen women always going to weddings, wedding after wedding after wedding after wedding, to the point to where you're like, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm trying to understand what a lot of women think when they see this, but they don't see black women going to get married in their 20s. But it's like a news flash to black men and black women that most folks get married early on.
Right.
That ain't what you hear in black America, because what I noticed is black women were not going. I work for a large company, and I'm seeing all these average-looking white women going to wedding, and here's, you know what I heard, Brittany? I heard one woman say, I am broke. I don't know what's going on that phone over there, but we're gonna get to it. you have to buy the dress and this and that. And it was fascinating to me that I'm like that these women felt compelled to have to go spend $400-500 to attend a friend's wedding, but then the sisters was just out kicking it. So the pressure was on white women in this office to get married because by age 30 everybody was married up. So when you say you were boyfriend minded at 29, it makes sense because I don't think a lot of black women really see themselves being married until later in life.
No, and
That's
my
not
parents
true.
are still together, but they had me very, very early, and a lot of my friends and
That's not
cousins
true.
the same.
Early in
So
life,
I think
but
that there was maybe
they
a
don't get
little
the
bit more
opportunity,
encouragement
or it
for
just
us
don't happen
to wait,
till
to be
later
young,
on.
and have your own apartment
Or
and
they-
things like that I didn't get to have because
You
I
need
got
to
married
listen
so
to this
young.
guy when you're
So-
on the way in the car.
So
Yeah.
You'll be pissed off.
so you were with your
No, I'm not pissed off with him. I mean, it's not because
4
he's.
years. And when
But
you got
I'm
into
going.
it, you
I'm gonna talk to him, and I'm definitely gonna reach out to him.
To go further.
I'm gonna let him know what my story is.
No. Opposite.
This guy.
He wanted it to go further than you did.
You
No,
gotta be prepared for him.
That's
Huh?
yes, in the
I
present
said you gotta be
tense, yes,
prepared
but
for him, definitely,
I
yeah.
don't think that's
you think you've been working with
Okay,
me.
so
Do you not think I can't go to toe to toe with this dude? Because remember, I'm older.
Yes, we were together
This-
for
You
4
older than
years,
that dude?
and
No.
I think that's something that
I'm not older
he
than
wants
him.
to do, but I don't.
But he
think
can't go.
is,
See, he can talk to this
I
33-year-old,
think he's more wedding minded than marriage minded, and so I'm just making a decision
but
to
he can't talk to
seek
me
a better
because I'm older,
yoked.
and I can deflect. I can deflect, and I can
Yes.
I can break everything that he says, because he says, well, the black woman,
I kind of had I just had family.
the black
like my
woman
parents
about
and
the
my
wedding
mom
and all
had
this stuff,
vibes and
you
like,
know, in
you know,
corporate America, white people are getting married at certain ages. My cousin Abby, she got married at 31.
money.
Andrea got married at 23.
I think I had
Cammie got
very
married at 20
people
something.
Sheltered.
Yeah, that's easy.
I'm about to dispel that myth and that theory. Yeah, many women and women of color who get married later on in life, yeah, a lot of us chase career and independence before chasing marriage. I'm not one of them. My entire dating life, I was chasing love. I could care less about career, and it still eluded me. So I'm telling you this, especially ladies. Men like Kevin Samuels really do not know what they are talking about, okay? And please do not believe the hype. Let me tell you this. When I turned 40, well, let me go back a little bit, because like I said, I always wanted to be married since I was 22. When I told you about my first love, I wanted to marry that man with all my heart and soul. And I guess it wasn't right, or he wasn't right. But I wasn't chasing career, because I only had an associate's degree. So I didn't complete a bachelor's degree. I did not do the college life thing. I just didn't. Yes, back then when I was like 19, 20 years old, when I was with my first love, that's when I did meet my husband. Well, my now husband. Back then, I didn't realize that he would have been my husband 25 years later. But here we are. So throughout the years, everybody was asking me, when are you going to have a baby? When are you going to have a baby? I'm like, I need a man. And it seems like everyone else had more of a sense of urgency than I did. And I wanted to be married. I wanted to have children. I did not want to have children without the marriage. I did not want to be somebody's baby mother. That's not what I wanted. No disrespect to baby mothers, because, hey, you know, it happens. But I strategically and I purposefully did not want to be one, and I chose not to be one. Okay, because I did not want it. So here it is now. Now I'm 40. It's my 40th birthday. Still have no man. Okay. Actually, and still had no career. I had 50 million careers. No man, no children, no career. And I was back home living with my mom. Not because of me, but I came back home to take care of her because she had cancer. And I was getting tired of people preaching at me, oh, when are you going to have your children? You're getting older and you're going to get harder. And one of my aunts said to me, well, hurry up and make a blasted picnic. You ain't want marriage. You ain't want marriage. And I was like, yes, I do. But you get problems. And when I told people that, listen, I want that perfect man for me. I am looking for perfection. I want that black man who is a provider, who is tall, a big old teddy bear, and who's gonna love and worship the ground that I walk on. He's gonna love me the way Christ Jesus loved the church. That's what I wanted. And everybody was doubting me. For a moment, I was doubting myself because, a few years later, 3 years later, my mom has passed on and I still was single and I'm alone, and I'm like, oh wow. But sometimes you just have to surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up, who's going to say, you know what, Dawn, keep going. You will get what you want. You deserve what you want. You deserve everything that you want. Everything that you desire. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep looking. Don't give up. And it is frustrating. Many times I cried. I cried myself to sleep. And let me tell you a little secret too. I was in chapter 17, I was talking about that I was averaging 3 weddings per year at one time. Every time I heard that somebody was engaged and somebody was getting married, I would burst out in tears. Not because I didn't want that person to get married. I'm just wondering, why not me? And it hurts. So I want to, if anybody that I was messing with before is seeing this video, this is what you do, all right? You tear us down. You ruin our community by playing games. You destabilize us. If you know that you are not going to be in a relationship, if you're not going to return the love that I'm going to give, then walk away. Okay? Because then you cannot be angry that there are bitter women out there. You can't be angry because this is what you created. You can't be angry with what you create. But back to Kevin Samuels, okay? My story is that no, I did not chase love. No, I'm sorry. No, let me go back. No, I did not chase education and I did not chase career. I was chasing love, and I was chasing love with the wrong people. But now I do have my career. I'm a massage therapist, and by all means, I am not a dating coach or an expert on this, but my experience will help you. I have a lot of experience in this. Lord knows I've dated extensively. So I had to narrow it down. So if Mr. Kevin Samuels, if you come across my video, I want you to know this, okay? No woman is in their danger zone, okay? Every woman, whether you're 20-something, 30-something, 40-something, 50-something, 60-something, 70, 80, once you are still alive, you can still find love. There is no age. is in your danger zone. Because let me tell you this. In 2015, my husband and I reconnected. I was 43 years old. The very next year, we moved in together. That same year, he proposed to me. The very next year, we found out that we were pregnant. Naturally, okay? With R. Kelly and a lot of liquor. And we got pregnant. I guess we were celebrating our engagement a whole lot, okay? See, guys? And September of 2017, my beautiful daughter was born. And June 16th, 2018, we said our vows. We said our vows in front of 300 people. Now, we were legally married on June the 16th. That was a big fiasco with the whole wedding thing. But we do celebrate our anniversary on the 16th because that's when we recited our vows in front of family, our family and friends, and in front of God. So, it can happen. And I know plenty of people who have gotten married in their 40s, who some did chase career, some did chase love, but there is no danger age. There's no danger period, okay? It all depends on you. And if you decide to go on that path, then you need to stay on that path because it will pay off for you. So, Mr. Samuels, with all due respect, I will have to respectfully disagree with you because look at me. I got married 4 days before my 46th birthday. I became a mother for the first time at the age of 45. And on top of all that, my husband did not have children. And I am 48 right now. My husband is 49. And the cutie in the back that's yelling, this is our first child. So don't believe the hype. Fairy tales do come true. You can get everything your heart's desire if you put your mind to it. So I am dispelling the myth of that danger zone, that danger age. You can get married at any time. You can have children at any time. Do not let society tell you that you cannot, or you're too old, or you're not attractive enough, or you're too fat, or you're too this or that. There is something for everyone. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my rebuttal. That is my sidebar. Thank you so much for tuning in to Things Your Mama Never Told You. And stay tuned for chapter 18. Thank you. Have a great one. Holy crap. I gotta lock that door.